Hey, Portland Trailblazers fans, this is your boy Nick and PDX. Now, I want to highlight the Houston Rockets game on April 5th. Now, the reason I want to highlight this game is because we were trash until the fourth quarter, until about 3 minutes left. And the bench players came in and went on a 17-0 run. And one bench player in particular is Wade Baldwin. Wade Baldwin was extremely impressive in this game with his defensive full court pressure on James Harden and Chris Paul. And Terry Stotts mentioned this and stated this fact after the game. His post-game press conference he couldn't have been happier with the bench players and how they brought this team back in the game, because the starting five didn't want to play defense. They were letting the Houston Rockets do whatever they want. And the bench players came in and said, no, we're getting in their chest. We're getting in their face. We're not intimidated. The pressure's not on us. We're already down. We waved the white flag. It's time for us to go on a run. And Wade Baldwin has had a couple decent games lately, and one of the other games was against his old team, Memphis Grizzlies. Now, Damian Lillard had to fly home, back to Portland on that road trip. He was having his first child. He had to make it to the hospital in time. Completely legitimate stuff. Had to do that. Family comes first. But that gave us opportunity for somebody else, and what does everybody always say is that next team up, right? Next player up. So here, Wade Baldwin, we have him against the Memphis Grizzlies on March 28th. 20 minutes, 5 from 6 from field, 1 for 1 from 3. He had 4 rebounds. Yeah, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 15 points. Now, that's for 20 minutes off a bench, that's good stuff. I mean, you can't really hate on that. Got a couple junk time games here. 3 minutes against New York, minute 20, minute 3:30 against Memphis. Even though game was kind of out of hand, I'm surprised Wade didn't play a little bit more in that game since Mo Harkless is out. But then we got the March 5th game, or April 5th game. And the April 5th game is extremely impressive to me, and his defensive presence and what he was able to do against Harden and frustrate him. Now, a lot of times players will see, all-star, superstar players like Chris Paul and James Harden. They'll see a bench player and go, I got this guy. I'm not stressing this guy. And this guy says, nah, I'm on you. You're going to have to fight because I'm going to scratch. And the refs were actually letting Wade Baldwin play. But he was playing solid defense. The refs always bail out James Harden, and I'm extremely happy and excited that the refs actually swallowed their whistles and didn't give the beer to all the calls in the world like they normally do. So here we go. April 5th, we got 3 minutes, 34 seconds, 6 for 10, 2 for 3 for three-point range, 1 rebound, 3 assists. We'll see how assists pick up. As a 2-guard, hopefully he can pick up the assists a little bit, but he's still trying to figure himself out. We don't know what his game is completely. He's sliding himself in here. And then he can't score 14 points. 2 turnovers, though, but he had 2 steals to make up for it. Good numbers. And when the man has time, the man is getting good numbers, and that's impressive. I mean, that's what we want from Wade Baldwin. That's what you want from any player coming off the bench. You get time, you got to put up. And we'll look at some of his highlights here. And one of them right here is that when he caught the ball in the wing here, I'm going to back it up. You can see Wade Baldwin running out to the left-hand side of your bottom of your screen here. He's going to catch the ball at the wing. Chris Paul's on. You can shoot that 3. Chris Paul's not on. He's not scared. Fumbles a little bit here. Stumbles, fumbles, whatever you want to call it. Hits the knee, but it keeps that dribble. Kind of bounces Chris Paul off him. Look at Chris Paul, though. Still right on the man. He's a great defender. He's a great player. A little bit bigger, though. A little bit stronger there. Like it. And look at this is what I like. He made a layup. No celebration. I mean, we see that from a lot of players. I'm just highlighting my man Baldwin here. And he gets right back in Chris Paul's chest, because he's playing full court defense. These highlights don't show it.
Yeah, kept the balance.
There's a good shot by Wade. Again, Chris Paul's playing a mile off of him. Nice form. Follow through. Take the shot, young man. Take the shot. Lamar's happy about it. Trailblazers color analyst. Right here. Chest them up. Get on Harden. Tired of his little... He tries to be a tough guy. He's not a tough guy. He's never going to be a tough guy. That's not who he is. Shave that beard. The beard is not tough. And I'm so sick and tired of his scratching and pulling and his little tiny tricks that the refs blow, just bail him out constantly with. Blow the whistle for him. It's so sickening. I couldn't have been happier about this play right now. I love watching him get stripped. Get the left hand in there. Get the left hand in there. Ooh. And then you got to flush it because Gerald Green's coming on you. And we know Gerald Green can jump, so got to flush that down. Look at this. Look at this. Chest him up. Chest him up. Gerald Green throws a bad pass. Yeah. Get on him, Baldwin. Look at this.
Every time he gets out on the floor
I'm loving it.
in the Blazers uniform, he's picking up full court.
Ooh.
Does not matter the caliber of guard he's going
James
against.
Harden kind of pulled the hamstring right there, but he came back in the game. Should be good. Wide open three. Take the shot, young man. There we go. Nice little run. And the play before that, Yusuf Nurkic scored, so that was a 7-point swing. I love this drive right here. Drives right to left to right. We gotta go back. Left to right on that drive right there. That was a beautiful play. He goes in between his legs, hesitates, goes right, and then gets it back over. Oh. Actually, he went to his left, drove to his left, and went to his right hand. Now, this is another good play that good players will make, is that the defense is not set. We're on a run. This is when the 17-0 run happened. We were just 77-94. We've scored 5. Can we make it 7? And Wade Baldwin said, let's put the pressure on him. Let's keep the pressure on him. Now, look at the in-and-out dribble that he does. Not the in-and-out dribble, but in-between legs dribble. He does about the free throw line on P.J. Tucker. Look at this. Or Joe Green. Oh, then bullies him and goes right up. P.J. Tucker was there, but I meant Joe Green. And then, look at this. This is the highlights for him. They're just really highlighting the 14 points that he scored. But that's not the highlights. The highlights is his defense. Look at him right now. Look at the man. The man is up on James Harden right now. And he's not giving it to him. James Harden gives a little push. All right. James Harden. Let's highlight his defense here. There he is, chesting up again. Yeah. You got to watch this play again. Got to watch it again. Flush that ball, boy. Now, if you're a Blazer fan, you're going to like this whole sequence of events because this is the steal right here. And Wade wants the ball back. I don't know why he picked up the dribble here. Look at James, so far off him. He wants the ball back. Okay, clear. Clint Capella can't guard Yusuf Nurkic. Get him, Yusuf. Ah, nice play. I love the soft touch he has around the rim. Would like him to finish a little bit stronger sometimes, but the soft touch is good for him. See, right here, this is where James Harden trying to be a tough guy. He's not a tough guy. You're not a tough guy, James. Look at the fans. What the fans crying about? You're at home. Your man just fouled my man. Yusuf Nurkic picks him up 45 feet away from the hoop. Of course, James is going to drive. Got the big guy. He has an open lane, but he kind of goes up limp there. Looks like he pulled his hamstring at that point. I'm not saying Yusuf had him. James blew by him. CJ actually makes a bad pass here, but fumbles the ball. Get it, Wade. Nice sequence of events. Really enjoyed it. He's hurt, but he comes back in the game. He's all right. Training staff comes back onto him. Now, Terry Stotts had a lot of good stuff to say about the end of the game and the bench play, and especially he highlights Wade Baldwin.
Well, obviously, I was really pleased with the way we finished the game. Those guys at the end just worked their asses off.
Yeah, they
played
did.
Hard.
Hustled.
Were aggressive defensively.
Yep.
It was really impressive. It's too bad we couldn't go to overtime or win it.
Sad.
But I was really proud of the way they played. Wade Baldwin had a terrific night. I mean, he's in great condition to do what he did on both ends. John, how you doing?
How you doing, John?
To pick up Harden full court, pick up Chris Paul full court, harass them as much as he did, and still push the tempo, and to do that for 31 minutes, that was
impressive
game.
Impressive game.
Want to get too far ahead, but
Let's not get too far ahead.
I love Coach Stott here.
stuff that you can use in the playoffs.
The reporter says, not get too far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what he did tonight was exceptional, and it's to be able to pick up like that is something that we haven't done, and it's something we can use going forward.
So basically, the reporter asks, is there something you can use that in the playoffs for Wade Baldwin's defense, basically? And Terry Stotts is like, no, let's not jump ahead. But he's like, you know what? Yeah, possibly we can use something like that. Mo Harkless is hurt. Best case scenario is Mo Harkless shows up in the first round of the playoffs at some time. If not, maybe the second round. If we can get past the first round, the West is deep. It doesn't matter who we match up against. I know the West race is extremely tight right now. We're in the 3rd place, and right now I believe Utah's in the 6th place. That's a tough matchup for us. Actually, San Antonio's in the 6th place. We don't want to see San Antonio. I just don't want to see it. I'd rather see Utah, OKC, or the Wolves over San Antonio. Greg Popovich, such a great coach. So he had good things to say with Wade. He said maybe going forward, that's including the playoffs, we can use Wade Baldwin. We're playing San Antonio tonight. I saw overhead that he's already had 5 minutes in the game, and it's not even the second quarter yet. Well, we're in the second quarter, so that's good. Get a little playing time there. Watching the game here in the background. Now, let's check out this game-winning. Sad moment for us, but still good defense. Chris waves over. Yeah, let me get him. Let me get him. Ah. Just a better shot. I mean, Chris Paul. Highlight that lady. Chest him up. Go straight up. Way off the glass. I mean, that's a tough shot for anybody. But Chris Paul is a closer.
Those special players, you don't want them with the ball at the end of the game.
No, duh. Come on.
Guys that know how to get their own shot in this situation. You got to have a closer. Chris Paul, one of the best closers in NBA history.
He is. Now you can see the clock at the end. There's that .8. CJ McCollum misses a 3 at the end of the game for us to win it. But right there highlights the defense of Wade Baldwin again. Chesting the man up. Drove him down the lane, hands up. Didn't foul him, because the rest will bail him out right there. Great all-around great game. Happy to see, success for Wade Baldwin. We'll see what happens in San Antonio tonight. Hopefully we win this game. I'm hoping for 50 wins this year. That would be a really, really successful season for us. So, let's go Wade Baldwin. Let's support the man. I know Blazer fans love supporting the ancillary players. So we'll highlight this guy. And going forward in the playoffs, I'll highlight whatever guy shows up in each game. And it could be Lillard. Let's highlight Lillard because we know he's the best player in the team. We go as far as that man takes us. So everybody have a good night. Rip City.